Test, test. Test, test. Ah, this is Mike live. Test, test. Test, test. Ah. Mike live. Hello, New Freedom. What's up, Weirdimus? Pixel Bandit. How you guys doing? Test, test. Ah. Mike live. Hello. I'm sure you guys are going to hear like a double echo just for that brief moment. What's good, everybody? Democracy. Democracy is what's good. Yeah, it turns out I was out all day. I'm gonna lose 1,000 seconds of my life. Well, I like to be in the know because you never know now these days with helldivers. And let's see. Boom. Oh, my face. How you guys doing? You're French. Yeah. Yeah, so what's this little update thing? Just got back from school. Think I'm about to make some more progress. White glint model. Ew. Good luck. Good luck. Put food on the table for my family. Get a PlayStation Plus to play Helldivers. Doing good. Everyone's doing pretty good right now. What even? It says it's a democratic conversation, right? I'm just gonna look at their little thing here. What does it say? High Command invites you to a democratic conversation with their game director. Okay, covering performance, state of the game, and more topics. Oh, they even nicely put timestamps for introductions, performance, state of the game. Looking forward in content philosophy. Content release philosophy? Uh-oh. I hope they don't say the big R word. Hello, Counterfire. What's good, everybody? I'm glad you like the I'm glad you like the tutorials. Do you have anything specific that you'd like me to do? I don't have the money to get a golden eagle armor, said Valstro. We'll let in a few bit more people in because I'm curious. Because has anybody else seen this? Has anybody else watched this yet? Or am I like the last person to the party? Let's see what data leak is on the spot. Probably not. They learned from their last data leak, right? 10-minute montage of stim diving. Look like I'd be related to one of your best friends. I don't know what that means. Saw a bit, but not all of it. You watched it? All right, here. Let's do a little. Let's see what they got going. Since we got, we got a fair amount of people. Saw it. Cautiously optimistic. That's fair. I mean, look at the rupture strain. Didn't know they made a vid. Me neither. I found out so late. Hello, Mr. Boy. Long-time watcher, first-time caller. Love your content. Thank you. You're making me blush, turning red. With that or like an aneurysm's about to spark. Do you know what this video is going over? Yeah, it's talking about performance, state of the game, looking forward, and content release philosophy. Looking back at pivotal moments. I don't know if I'll pay attention too much to that one. Advice for new players, playstyle, player profiles, Warbond design philosophy, biggest post-launch memories, message to the community. So, how's it going, Ray? Aneurysm? Like aneurysm? How to get a CO1 permit. Odo's PC locked due to Helldivers? Oh! Right, Odo. I was like, I forgot. I was like, who's Odo? And it clicked for a second. Yeah, Odo. I didn't know Odo's PC locked. It locked up playing Helldivers. What's your first planet you dropped in on? It was the ice planet on the bug front. But let's see what we're dealing with today. Put it in theater mode. Boom.
I don't know why we do that.
Yeah, I think that was actually pretty impressive.
How's that? Too loud? Too loud? Too quiet?
So, Mika, here it is. You're sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Finally, thank you so much. I know you're a busy man. We should probably start with the big elephant in the room, which is, I'm sure you've seen it, the ongoing topic of performance. What's your opinion? Can you give some insights? What are the gang doing? Tell everything.
Guard dog. Real guard dog.
Nice talking to you, Sean. And nice having Zelda here with us as well. So on performance, there's actually, I would say, many things that are not working.
Where can I get that? That little plaque in the background with all the weapons on it? I want that. Anyway, sorry. Good.
right now.
Get distracted.
Performance being one. We could talk about performance being, as in like the frames per second on the different consoles that where you can play Helldivers, and but then there's also crash rates. So we have various bugs causing crashes in the game, and then we just have the overall bugs that can cause like yankiness that you can feel when playing the game. And we could also talk about just the sort of the tightness and the balance of the various enemies and the loadout and so forth. And all of this is probably what players,
Arizona.
Many of these different things at least are what players are talking about when they're talking about just the game overall performance. And what I can say is that after the last big update into the Unjust, we experienced more issues than what we were comfortable with, and the players felt it, we felt it, and
Everyone felt it.
and
Those PCs feeling it.
that we've gotten has been very justified. What I can say is that we're taking this.
Oh, not just Odo. Wasn't it like Odo and Crazy Mr. Pips? Was that both of them? Both of them? They both, didn't they? Like, Crazy Mr. Pips lost his SSD, right? That was another propaganda commander. I think I seen a post on Reddit. So yeah, I don't know if more than comfortable. Yeah, I'm sure he would like to say more than comfortable. It's another word than that, because I think we all know it's more than uncomfortable.
This very seriously, and we are focusing way more now on addressing these issues to make sure that this sort of thing doesn't happen again. And we have made the decision to push some of our content and feature updates a little bit into the future while we're addressing these things to make sure that we can get to a much more stable state that we can believe in. And then also we want to make sure that we actually do update the game in ways that will make the game more stable, in ways that are noticeable for players with every new update that we do. Some of these things we can address fairly quickly, especially with some of the bugs that players are rightfully complaining about. Other things
Cut the Odo's PC exploding.
are more tricky. For example, improving the FPS on the various consoles. Just that type of performance, that's more tricky. We have our top brains thinking about this, not me, but other people, and we'll see. But we are already making really big improvements, and I'm confident that we will get there, and we will be able to talk more in detail about this, hopefully quite soon.
Well, I think that's going to be music to people's ears. We've scratched the surface on that topic, but I'd like to understand, when you look out over the roadmap, as you said, what are some of the things that you're excited for players to see or might want players to be looking forward to?
I'm excited about everything that we're doing, and we have very good plans for the future. Sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle to talk too much in detail about exactly what we're planning, because that's just not the type of game that we're doing. In our game,
right? Yeah, Helldivers has been pretty secretive about every little patch update note thing. So I wonder, does that create a lot of tension for the community? Because now everybody's always waiting at their seat, we don't know what's coming next. Because think about any other gaming company when they're doing a patch update. Everybody knows, everybody's ready for it, right? Destiny or whatever just kind of slaps that stuff out there. But Helldivers does it through a lot of surprise, here's the Illuminate, right? Meanwhile, the leakers, yes. Meanwhile, Iron Sights or any leaker out there, right? I prefer the sudden drops instead of teasers. Yeah, there is a beauty in having games do just sudden drops, because there's a surprise behind it, like a gift, right? It's like opening up a Christmas present and going, they knew what I want, or oh my god, that's cool, or something. But I think the teasers also, there's a pro and con to it. It's you could be excited, but with the record we have with Helldivers now, I think most people are scared for the next update, right? Patches, I prefer to know it's coming. That's fair. They're both fair things. I think if it comes to a patch update, we're gonna change the way some of the weapons function, that should be pretty clear. I feel like that should be communicated, right? Ironsight is done with leaking. He's starting an actual career. Oh man, I wanted to know what the next Illuminate enemy is gonna look like with their big booty cheeks. I think there's a benefit to both parties. Yeah, patches, they can definitely be more clear. No, they should. I've been really confused about a lot of their patches. There's some wording, like it's always the wording that gets me. Because if you guys remember a while ago, the whole like, oh, we're gonna drop extra mech for you to use, or in the way they were describing it's like, oh, there's like extra mech parts. So that kind of structured in a way where people were like, we're getting the lumberer mech, and I was like, when I saw it, I was like, that wording was so poorly chosen, because what it meant was either you get more warp packs or you get more mechs, not a new mech. Imagine if they drop the weapon rework without notice. Not even like a little update. Everybody just has to figure out which gun got changed. That would be a pretty terrible Z-Wing for anybody to learn. Because like imagine like one day, I don't know, maybe I doubt they'll nerf anything. I think they've been over the nerf train. Because if they were on the nerf train already, the Coyote would have been 10 feet under. Alright, let's see.
Game, I like to think of the Helldivers universe as an actual living universe, in large part shaped by the decisions of the player.
Keep the content close to your chest, but be upfront about what changing. No, yeah, changes. Like I would love a timeline for fixes, changes that we already know about. If it's something that we already know about, I feel like we should know when it's coming, because that could still provide the player base with something, some kind of hope. Otherwise, people have the Doom mentality of like saying, "Oh, the game's gonna die. The game's gonna die. The game's gonna die. It's dying. I'm dying." It's just people. There's no communication. Weapon customization came out of nowhere, and it was a very pleasant surprise. I agree. It was a really nice surprise until I realized that the scythe doesn't get a curse word sniper scope. It doesn't get a sniper scope, but the Coyote gets one. The Adjudicator get one. I'm gonna crash out. I hope you know the double-edged circle gets a 4-time scope, and I'm gonna rant about that in a bit for my video for when I eventually talk about it. Why doesn't the scythe get one? Anyways.
That is the sort of universe that we're imagining. And in this kind of universe, it makes sense that you don't know everything about what the enemies are plotting. Sometimes things can sort of surprise you. So like with Omens of Tyranny, for example, when the Illuminates attacked, they did like a surprise attack.
Infinite melee.
And we didn't foreshadow it beforehand, even though, of course, many players were speculating about it, and there were players catching all kinds of weird aerial phenomena. And I was speculating that this was actually the Illuminates. So there was a lot of speculation, but of course we never said like, hey, on this date the Illuminates will attack, because that would have spoiled it a little bit, and we don't want to spoil those kind of surprises. That's not the only way we want to tell the story, of course. We don't always want to tell the story in that way. But we can't, and I can't talk too much about exactly what's gonna what's coming down the line. But we do have many things lined up, and we have a plan for, way into the future that I'm very excited about.
You guys see the Roblox
So that's the future, but I want to take a second and look backwards. Obviously, you've been involved from day one. What's kind of changed a little bit now that we're, day 600 plus? Can't imagine perhaps all of this was as expected.
No, it wasn't. I will just say quickly, I've not been involved from day one, because if you really start in day one, that's like 8 years before Helldivers 2 launched.
Pretty wild, and
but I get what you mean. Day one from when we launched the game. It's been a journey. It's difficult to imagine for me that we're like 600 days into this game now, which is absolute insanity. But I feels like longer and shorter at the same time, and I hope we can continue for way longer. There's been a lot of things that have changed in the game. So we expanded the game in many different ways. So players who've stuck with us from the beginning know that we have, now we can fight, for example, in urban environments. So we have the Super Earth colonies, and we have the Super Earth cities. We have a new faction, the Illuminates. We have many new kinds of enemies and missions and so forth. And this has been revealed and added to the game, as the sort of story has progressed. And one thing that I really appreciated with our game, one thing that I do really appreciate with our game, is that we lean a lot into what we like to call good FOMO, which is this. When we say good FOMO, what we mean is that we do.
Guys, looking back at pivotal moments takes like a large chunk of this part of the video. I think most of us here already know about this stuff. You already heard everything on performance. The rest are questions that have nothing to do with what's going on. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought we were still in the deep part of it because yeah, performance and state of the game is like right here. Because now we're just talking about stuff that we don't know at this point, right?
Do want to have FOMO in the game, but not the kind of bad FOMO.
Yeah, that's right. We have FOMO in the game. I have the Golden Eagle armor. Some of you don't. Eh. I also have the kill zone guns. Eh. Why do I look like I build Gundams? Because I do. I mean, it's not a Gundam, but I mean, I have this little guy right here. Yeah, little guy. Okay. So just like I'm just saying, like base. I feel like we didn't get enough coverage. We didn't get enough coverage about that, right? Is that? I felt like we're just talking about what's here? Advice for new players. Mikael's playstyle. Or bond design philosophy. Were these questions a lot of people had like about everything else?
FOMO that we don't like as players, but rather the good FOMO that is you get to take part in and shape this pivotal moment in the Helldivers universe. So, for example, Malevolent Creek was one of those moments that the players created, which is awesome. And then we have stuff like the Battle for Super Earth that is, players got to take part in defending Super Earth, and they actually managed to defend Super Earth, which is super cool. And you live through that. You get to experience it. You get to have an impact on it. And then this event, is over, and you got to be part of that. And if you join the game now, you will not be able to participate in those events again because they've already happened, right? They now live in the memory of the people who got to live through that together with the community, and I love that.
Okay, yeah.
In unpredictable directions. For anyone who hasn't played one of these tabletop role-playing games, that is the addictive thing when doing that. And that's what we want to do and what we're trying our best to do and develop further with Helldivers. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just excited about this. For anyone who hasn't played one of these tabletop role-playing games, that is
role-playing game.
He continues now.
I want to have faith in Arrowhead, but it's very hard to do so. That's not like a bad opinion, but that's fair. I mean, the game stability is pretty rocking right now. If Odo's PC's bricked and now Mr. Pibb's stuff has his SSD, which is a much smaller fix, mind you. A whole PC getting bricked is way more expensive because now you got to diagnose what's wrong with it. Yeah, that's a I don't know. I feel like from this video, I don't know.
Xbox players are joining.
He's referring to the Game Master thing. That's what I figured he was talking about. Like he was talking about like how where the role players were building the world with the Game Master, right, as they change the war and do stuff. But I think the major problem still lies at hand with what is the problem with performance. Yeah, people didn't ask that, but he gave a straight answer anyways. For which one? Oh, data work. I remember people asking what the devs are doing, play tactic-wise, how this stuff's balanced. Okay. Well, energy-based sniper rifle got another sniper. So that category wouldn't work.
Joining the fray.
Furthermore.
It's truly become amazing how many different players are part of the world now.
Yeah.
When you think of those new players coming in,
I feel like I just feel like the most important part that I think everybody wants is performance. Right? I think we can all agree on that. Performance is probably what we were hoping to hear more about. Other thing that is worrying is that we've been starved of communication from Arrowhead for so long. Mentioning performance and not explaining anything is good enough. Because my PC should literally be blowing it out of the water. No, yeah, my PC should also be performing perfectly fine, but it really is whatever the tech debt people want to say. Performance number one, balance stuff second. No, yeah, like who cares about whether the gun's balanced or not if you can't play with the gun, right? If you can't play. I had a friend switch off PC onto PS5 because he's pretty sure Helldivers 2 fried his CPU. Frankie. Actually, this is a good time to ask anyone else game stuttered every 2 seconds. So, the unlucky one. It's all personalized. Some people crash from getting into the ship. Some people can't even open the game. It's pretty wide. It's pretty wide. I wouldn't say it's so over, but I mean, in the end, if they're fixing it, they're fixing it. It's all they can do. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, they can only fix it so many times before I think the player base is like, I can't afford a new PC and I need to play something else. I say my room became notably warmer. What are you playing with? A hot computer? Like Linux issues with how odd and varied they are recently. Hey, the machine, what's good?
Joined on day one.
For the players that joined day one, they all got to sort of learn about this universe and learn about the game and how you play the game. And with Xbox, we now had a bunch of new players, that previously might not have been able to play Helldivers come in. And, what we hoped would happen and what we saw happen a lot, which I'm very happy with and proud of to some extent, is that our more veteran players helped these players, and they played missions with them.
We know that.
And
all right, well, let's jump ahead because it's just
poorly and so forth. Players
is when you're playing. What's your play style? What are you doing?
I don't need to know about his play style, right? Is the software thing interaction between different programs beyond fixed BIOS?
What we try to do with war bonds. Okay, I'm throwing in many things here now, but what we try to do.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this video. I feel like all the things that would have liked to have been known is kind of a small chunk.
Nice talking to you, Sean, and nice having Zelda here with Souls that where you can
Go
play
back to the
Helldivers.
performance part.
And but then there's also crash rates. So we have various bugs causing crashes in the game. And then we just have the overall bugs that can cause yankiness that you can feel when playing the game. And we could also talk about just the sort of the tightness and the balance of the various enemies and the loadout and so forth. And all of this is probably what players, many of these different things at least are what players are talking about when they're talking about just the game overall performance. And what I can say is that after the last big update into the Unjust, we experienced more issues than what we were comfortable with, and the players felt it, we felt it, and I would say that the feedback that we've gotten has been very justified. What I can say is that we're taking this very seriously, and we are focusing.
Not a fan of this video. Glad it was released, but the more important thing said that they're pushing content back in order to focus on game stability. That's, I think, all I could ask for, right? Like, I love fighting new stuff, but I love fighting new stuff with better frames than fighting it in a slideshow, Because at that rate, I think I might as well go do a D&D game of Helldivers, right? And play a mission instead of actually do that. They sell Arizona tea in jugs? Yeah, I mean, welcome to America, right? Land of the fat and choke on your own greed, right? Is that said at the end? I feel like that's something they'd say at the end.
You. The final one that we're going to ask before letting you get back to things is, what is one thing that you would like to share with the community?
I would want to say first that thanks for the patience as we go through these where it's so back, it's so over moments. I would say that. So that's I'm. Sometimes it's tough to live through that meme, but it's It's clear that we sometimes mess up. I think this is part of making a live service game. I really do think that we're developing.
Wizard at Large, Into the Unjust single-handedly burned me out of the game between the literal bugs and the technical bugs, and why is my file 144 gigabytes? I know why. Honestly, yeah, if you ever feel burnt out playing a game, just take a break. Just take a break. Like, I don't even mean it in an offensive way. Like, when I was playing way back when all the weapons felt like ass, for Helldivers, and it was like, going downhill, like there was less and less players playing, I just played something else until like they got their stuff together. Because I mean, like for me, as a content creator, I can't get that angry about the game stuff. You guys see how I criticize the game. I make jokes, I make light of it, I make fun of it, because that's all I can really do on my end, I can criticize as much as I want, but if I sit there and I let it get too personal, then I'm just sitting there being angry at a video game. I can't get myself angry enough about that. I'm still passionate about Helldivers, and I'll do everything I can to try and communicate with Arrowhead, like, these are bugs, these is what I found, and this is the stuff I can do, but ultimately, at the end of the day, I am only a add-on to a big old, community thing, so... But definitely just take a break. Take a break until they get their game straight. Like, I'm fully for it. Like, just, if your thing runs and it's gonna explode in your face, just, I don't know, hop on Stardew. Kama Sir Kai. I'm willing to wait a month for them to fix the game. There's a lot of games I'm excited to play while we wait on performance patch. Exactly. I've been playing Jump Space. I just started re-downloading a bunch of other games onto this PC that, if on my second channel, I totally am going to be playing those and probably posting some videos again. Let's see, yeah, overplaying a game in poor state it won't just burn you out. You'll get angry at it. It gets personal, because now you're sitting there playing a game you really want to enjoy, but it's so unstable and unplayable in some cases that you're like, fuck you, Arrowhead, blah! And it's just, it gets too personal, I think. It gets too deep, right? I think as a video game consumer, you have the right to walk away. You gotta find another game. I like this game's been unplayable for a while, kept crashing. Yeah. It's gotten so bad for me sometimes where, like, recording sessions would end with a freeze because I'm trying to get a clip of maybe trying to shoot, like, an overseer, and then a few clips after that, throw break. I'm like, take a break. Oh. Airhead made their money into the game maintenance mode so they can make Helldivers 3 on a new engine. Oh, that'd be crazy. Thankfully, I'm not running in the performance. You're one of the few blessed people, unnamed, who aren't having those performance bugs. Or sorry, into performance issues. I just wanted to fix all the bugs. Yeah, no, you're lucky. You're one of the lucky few, because depending on your computer, I've noticed, like, if you have Windows 11, but it starts choking pretty bad. Put a weak spot on the factory, the War Strider. I don't like if you're talking about, like, the weak point on his ass. I don't think that changes anything, because he's still, like, one shot to the anti-tank anyways, right? Like, I feel like an anti-tanker is gonna kill him faster. Definitely got angrier. The literal game definitely got angrier from the literal game freezing for 20 seconds. Haven't played in a month. Exactly, Wizard at Large. If that makes you mad, you have the right to walk away and play something else, because it's your time. For me, I think playing video games is precious. It's your time that you're putting into your little hobby. And if it's unplayable, then there goes your hobby, right? I definitely hop on and grind once in a while, once the Rupture Strain are fixed for, yeah. So unplayable, Helldivers plus 100 in level 10 missions. I love the game, but it's worrying to see where it's been heading. I can play another game, but when my favorite game is getting worse and worse and worse, the responses is, yeah. It definitely is worrying. And I wish they could be pretty clearer, like, about the message, like, hey, we're still trying to figure out what the bug is, but we don't know what it is. Like that, like that kind of level of honesty. Like, oh, it's broken. We don't know why, but we're looking into it. I think even that would be like a nice response, or just something to know. Humans are naturally afraid of the unknown. Yep, iOS opinion, bot and bug fronts are so broken, I'd rather dive squids. Really? Oh, if you guys caught my stream yesterday, you'll see exactly what I meant. You're trying to fight a Hive Lord at the same time doing the missions on the Predator strain for Hellmeyer. That worm was... I was playing level 10. He was destroying all the buildings, freezing up everybody's PC. War Striders just weren't very fun. Would devolve to using the same stratagems to answer them. No, yeah. Yeah. The design of the War Strider is always something that's been funky. I can talk about it again, but you guys probably already heard me complain about it. Hellmeyer yesterday was brutal. It was brutal. It's brutal. Like, I put a post out saying, like, I had fun. It's like, it wasn't that bad. But with the context of me being in a team that I can talk to and communicate with. Commissar Kai says, Ben saying they are holding off news content is great here. They have a mountain of tech debt to work through. Won't get any better if they keep pushing new stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. They can't just keep dumping more content. Not at this rate. At this point, we're at the epicenter, the epic. I don't know. What's the word? We're at the peak. We're at the peak of tech debt. We can't keep adding more stuff. It's gonna blow up. It's gonna get worse. Let's see. Let's see what the comments say, because I'm already scared of the comment section. Organic dog. Can't believe we're getting a direct Q&A with high command. Reverse nameplates. Okay, there's like people asking for stuff here. They're just some people are. Yesterday you dived on the Hellmeyer operation. Clean. Second operation. I'm scared by a Hive Lord. We killed all 3 Hive Lords when we were running that mission for our level 10. I feel like they're adding stuff too fast. Right, so shall we regroup back at the we're so back patch then? Oh, like, oh, it's so over. It's all... See, like, for me, I can at least brute force my way to play the game because I'm on a pretty beefy PC, but I think the everyday Joe is not going to have that kind of computer power to just walk through the freezing and crashing. And even then, Doe's PC exploded, so I mean, that's a... If his computer gave out, I'm pretty sure he has a pretty good computer to run Helldivers, right? But don't different teams work on different aspects of the game, and i.e. the optimization modeling team? Yeah, I don't know how they structure their team to work on the game, but they need all hands on deck. All hands on deck. Yeah. This is going to kill the game? What are they talking about here? You're putting off stability, performance. Oh, they must be saying, like, it's going to kill the game if they don't get enough content flowing. Wait, is it really dead? I feel like it'd be just in stasis until it gets set up. Because I think a lot of people really love Helldivers. Hey, how's it going? Apparently his motherboard died? Oof. Did Odo get his SSD brick? No, Odo had his whole motherboard fried, from what Commissar Kai said. Mr. Pips is the one that had the SSD, I think, shatter. Has anybody else bricked their computer? Anybody watching this? Anybody brick PC? PC brick? That was Clay? Oh. That was Clay that got it. What happened? What? Maybe I mixed up Clay and Pips. Thanks, Guy. Game historically had a hard time dying even when it came close. No, yeah, people refuse to stop playing. Even I would hop on once in a while just to play a few games. Remember when the heavy dev had infinite ammo on his back? No, but my game is full on screen. It's up a lot now. What? Yellow. No! No, it wasn't. I just took a swig of Arizona. Heavy dev and rocket dev. Heavy devs are another enemy that is secretly... that has not been adjusted, but also has like an infinite health shield. I think a lot of people wanted that changed, but it wasn't as loud as the rocket dev. Because that one was pretty annoying. Rocket starters used to not be killable through their rockets. Were they? I don't know. Wizard at Large says, no, I had it shut my machine off a couple of times, only night 3 to 4 months back. I wrote off as an anomaly, but maybe it wasn't. You think they should bring back pre-nerf rocket devs? Yeah, right. Good luck getting them to do that. Just hard crashes, no blue screen. Yeah, I like it when the heavy dev is angled at you like this with his shield and flicking his gun through the shield to shoot you. I love that. I love that experience. The game is too good to quit. Helldivers has a amazing fucking like gameplay loop. Everything feels fun, from like running around, shooting your guns. I mean, the guns can be kind of iffy depending on the weapon you're using, but it has a really fun game mechanic to it all. And it's unfortunate that it's this falling apart, you know. I don't understand how this game can brick someone's components. I'm not educated on that part. I don't know. It could be just like a straight overload to the computer components, and it just has like a stroke. It's like a computer stroke. Most of the HC weapons is ass. I mean, it says a lot that the game can be this broken and a lot of us still play it. Absolutely. This game could be falling apart over and over again. I'll keep trying to play it. Is it that robot guy? Helldivers 2, so heavy. I actually remember the game has crashed my computer. I forgot because I went straight to sleep. I fall asleep playing Helldivers sometimes. Like I'll be in the middle of a firefight and I'm just like, like a rocket slams next to me. I'm like, oh, back to it. Start firing. A lot of said, not a lot out. Yeah, Commissar, someone put it, I was just talking to someone in the comments. I was saying like it's like I feel like we should be able to know more about like fixes and patch stuff as they get it going. Because what was it? It was like they like to secretly drop things, right? But I feel like for stuff that we already know about, it'd be nice to know those changes like a bit sooner. Who knows what they're doing at Arrowhead right now? They're probably all hands on deck scrambling. The only game I've never rage quit from? Valid. Can't stop, won't stop. Agreed. Fun game, broken AF. We can all agree with that. Helldivers, fun game. Fun game to play. Broken though. Yeah, I don't know why they don't communicate more. The only thing I can think of is Sony holding the leash on holding the leash on info. Did they leak stuff first? Come on, Sony. Can't. Remember the Boo Sony cape? Everybody put that on. Boo! Whoosh, whoosh. Boo! Whoosh, whoosh. Bad Sony. I'm too fortunate to have a good enough PC to run Helldivers well, but it still crashes a lot more often than other games, even when I turn down the overclock on my... Okay, if you're overclocking your PC and it's still crashing, it really tells you that it's the game, not your PC. It really is the game. Yeah, I guess that really was kind of a... I mean, I don't want to say like a nothing burger, but like it felt like there was a good amount of stuff. So, I have no idea how to say your name. It's like in Korean or something. Sony's payback after we got the cape. Content dripping. We got a drip. Looks like a butter knife effect. Didn't Sony leak first? They may have leaked the Return of the Illuminates from the Meridian Singularity Pride. Yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah. I don't know what the actual like to dislike ratio is on this, but more communication. Helldivers needs more communication. Because with the relationship that they already built with the community, communication is very, very enjoyed here. They don't got to tell us if something's new dropping, right? They don't got to tell us the next war bond, the next stuff like that, but I think like when it regards to the stability of the game, we should know about that. Content sure to keep on their wraps, but with performance issues and stuff like that, yeah. It is the start of the week, so who knows? Maybe we'll figure out more. Maybe they'll tell us something. Same friends who swapped off PC to PS5 worked at a Sony studio, so I'm surprised hamstring them and trying to get the content instead of stability. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not surprised, right? Big corporate entity. Make more! Make more! Make more! We need more content now! Let's see what he says.
This game together with the community, and I really appreciate all the feedback that we get. It's super useful to us, and we read it all. I'll say for sometimes at our detriment, but most often it's very positive. Like it's a very positive experience, I think, to interact with the community, and I'm looking forward to interacting with the community more, as I'm sure we will do, Sean. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
what's Alexis? Bring him out now.
I'm very excited about what the future has to offer, and it's so fun to develop this game together with everyone in the studio and together with the players. It's so fun.
Well, big thanks. Zelda's doing a little bit of a snore here. There'll be more in the future.
Yeah.
Let us know your questions. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a wiener dog the entire time. Let's not look at the Canadian carjacker leads the border patrol. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's cool to reminisce, but I think a lot of people are more worried about the future than thinking about the past, right? I know they said they want things to surprise. Public tested builds would be a lot help with the game. Minor things instead of giant updates. Yeah, okay, fair. Public testing might be hard to do because like so much people you'd have to like keep an eye on, right? Public testing might be hard to do. I don't like with the way Arrowhead has structured things in the past. Rumble would be great, but I think the meta gear is the poor thing. What? Warbond postponed? Yeah, no. No more Warbond. Just hold off on the Warbond. Please. Make the game more stable. Idea of a public beta environment would be rough given the size of the server. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty bad. That'd be pretty bad. I got the stream TV does show they are revving up testing servers. I don't know if this when out there for public. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's. I guess that's it. It's just kind of we lightly talk about the issues that we already are aware of.
You can believe in where you can play.
Yeah, more communication. I think that's all Arrowhead needs. I think to fix a lot of the problems. Arrowhead's catalog. They've only made 4-player games. I guess they know their recipe. It's kind of like how like FromSoft will make Souls-like over and over again. They always cook up fire Souls-like games. When are we getting Elden Ring 2? I don't remember too many Warbonds that broke the game tech-wise. Otherwise, than the actual tools themselves. Was there a Warbond? I think there was like a Warbond that inherently, like, that we know of at least, that was breaking the game. But we definitely know of broken weapons, right? Everybody was so attached to the double-edged circle before when it was always in medium pen. It would always fire in medium pen. Oh, also, did you guys know durable damage on that gun, even in its heavy pen state, 7? It's 7 durable damage? You are not shooting a War Strider with that. You're not killing a War Strider with that. That's really the cup of noodle ramen equivalent of the community address interview. Yeah. People have a lot of people are not satisfied with this. Yeah, I could totally understand why. I thought there was gonna be more juice in it. That guy was right from earlier. I feel like a lot of stuff that needs to actually be pressed upon was not talked about. I'm not making that analogy because that's I don't know. You're just hungry. Durable damage for a lot of weapons could stand a bump up. Oh yeah, they do. Yes, the thing had very little durable. That's because it's small arms and not intended to be a heavy killer. Oh yeah. Strider of Valor! Honestly, I got confused with the fantasy versus power fantasy. Like, we all wanted a power fantasy, but they balance it, which is cool, but confusing with the changes they make. I don't know, yeah. The power, like, that's a whole other conversation. Power fantasy and grunt fantasy and big curvy bug lady fantasy. It's just all such a weird thing because, like, fantasy of the player could be different from the dev, and then they put in a weird update. Rip ultimatum, yeah. Just being honest. I'm doing better. I'm doing way better now, Strider. It's the hashtag save the AMR. Yes, please. Yeah. No, I'm telling you, the AMR cannot exist in the current state that it's in after, what, the harpoon gun and the railgun. There's no way it can sit like that. Otherwise, you might as well throw it away. Make it a primary. That's the solution. The list that outlined Grunt Fantasy at the game conference, I took it as more as grunty than your median video game. Not supposed to be grunty like Arma, Foxhole. Yeah. Weird how slow it when it comes to fixing bugs, but the moment they notice a good that helps play, they fix it ASAP. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Warp pack, right? Warp pack teleporting out of the ship. That got fixed instantly. Who fixed that? We need that guy to fix everything now. That was a weird one. That was really weird. I was like, how'd you do that? How'd you fix that so fast? AMR primary? What's another one? I know there was another fix that they got out really quickly once it was like realized people were having fun with it. I guess the melee one people were saying that was equivalent to, but that was more like a bug because if you think about the way the melee works, and like a charger's armor, it's layered, right? So the melee would bypass the armor and hit the flesh on the inside. So like that was a bug, but I feel like melee wasn't. Melee's pretty fucking hard to use, anyways. Maybe they should have just added that instead of removing it, but I don't know how much people actually run around with melee and try to beat a charger to death. Party kick, yeah. Basically, helldivers are extremely disposable paratroopers. Yeah, I don't know. Helldivers, it doesn't matter what a helldiver is. They're all paste at the end of the day, right? Whether it be a user error or friendly fire. Yeah, I think Commissar's lingering around. I think he's watching me. You watching, Kai? We gotta sing a song. We gotta sing Drop Pop Candy together. If you don't know, it's this song. Kai, we gotta duet this song. I'm not gonna play it because I'm pretty sure it's copyright, but this one. I can't. But... Okay, that's it. I don't want to play it before I get demonetized. Do it for democracy, Kai.
I don't know why we...
You're listening to it now? It's literally a duet song, Kai. There's two people. You always thought about Stormtroopers was by Lady Liberty. Helldivers have a very Stormtrooper-esque design, right? Like, I think most people, like, if you took some random stranger and you're like, hey, is this a good guy, right? They'd be like, the color pattern with the skull on the back, I don't know. He doesn't look like a good guy. I can't play the song because I'm pretty sure it's copyright. We also can't aim. Speaking of aiming, that was a big change I didn't like Arrowhead did. Sidearm sway. Is this how you hold your sidearm? Why is it sway so much? It is true. We can't aim. Yeah. Imagine if we get like a rebel faction. Okay, when you get 50k subs, I'll do it. You guys heard that? Clip that. Clipping it. Hold on. I gotta snip that. I gotta snip that, Kai. When I hit 50k subs, yeah. Oh yeah, you can't delete that comment now. I got it saved. Gunna Boy sold me fit. What? Arrowhead limp wrist update sidearm sway. Yeah. My noodle arm. The projectile, to be honest, the projectile in some of our items is a bit overkill. Remember when people were angry that Senator got heavy pen? Power creep. You're fine with sidearm sway? I think it makes sense. Besides more sway than ARs with a butt stock. I don't mind. I don't know. I feel like it's just like overall I feel like a person who can aim a gun, right? Wouldn't sway. Are they angry about that? That was a long time ago, mind you. It's not now. That was a long time ago when they were angry about the senator. There was a group of people that were like, "Oh, it's gonna power creep the game now." Mind you, I used to use the verdict all the time for shooting like enemy and bots and stuff like that, and then they changed the sway, and I couldn't hit shit anymore because of it. Pistols having sway, but they could have toned it down. They could tone it down a lot. I don't know. I just feel like a handgun's so light that it shouldn't weigh that heavily. I don't know. Let's see. Wouldn't be a problem if Talon wasn't the definition of waiting for a sway to stop game. Yeah, you really feel it in a lot of your guns. I don't even bother with aiming down the sights if I have a handgun. I just... Same people who probably complained about the War Striders. Bro, I'm a veteran and form up and run gun competitive handgun stuck. Stuck to aim on the flat, yeah. Or just like I don't know. I felt like from where they were at before, it was fine because I don't think like most of the handguns we had access to anyways. I don't think they would have done anything crazy. It's the same thing with like the melee, you know, going through a charger's armor. I don't think that hurt anybody. Look at his face. As long as it's not payday 2 power creep. This is bad on payday. See, you don't have to worry about inaccurate pistols, Kai. Just bring the little shotgun. Put on full blast. Vaporize enemies. Too much or too little sway? I keep the peacekeeper something to make it useful. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What did you guys think about this this video? I felt like a lot could have been covered. I don't think the solo silo was ever nerfed. I think they just never gave it that 50 demo. Characters have doodle arms for whenever they pull out handguns. When I was playing Jump Space, it was so weird not thinking about the durable damage of enemies. That's how much Helldivers has rotted my brain. I'm like, where do I aim? Huh? And I shoot the robot and he falls over and dies. I'm just like, oh. I think that video was a dodge, but in my opinion, didn't discuss enough things regarding the performance upcoming stuff. We're 2 days away from the expectation. We need more. That's fair. This video could have been an email. This video could have been a Discord post kind of vibe. The interview answers nothing. It really doesn't. It didn't answer anything. You know, I mean, it covers it. It doesn't answer anything, though. They talk about it. AMR. He's a big buff in the image. Yeah. Yeah, you know what this means? No content drop on the 25th. Imagine the armor set we get for that Liberty Day. It's just urban B10 tactical with medium siege ready. That's been the running joke I keep saying. I got the juice that makes me say medium siege ready. I take that, yeah. See, here's the monkey's paw though. If you get that armor, it you can't aim for shit. There's a bug with it that makes all the guns ergonomics go down to 0. Might do a balance pass soon. Hopefully. Silo works on the command bunker, yeah. You know, someone was like trying to say that mission was trivialized by the silo. That is not a hard mission. A single orbital precision strike kills it. It's not a hard mission. Laser guided 500 kilogram. More damage, less demo force, yeah. Hello? Stream died for a second. Like my cat said on the internet. Hello? Where's my camera going? Has it been falling back the entire time? Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Get home. Hello? Good. It was just booping. I think it was just joking. Would be one of the most used sets ever. Oh, but get him, boy. What if I'm hardballing my mission? Shoot your peener. Shoot it. If it's getting in the way of democracy, you must tear it off. That is the objective. Hit a stim. You'll feel better. Every time I put my drink down, it moves a bit. Really? I don't know. It seems to be sitting still now. Yeah, I mean, I thought there was going to be more to this stream. I thought there was going to be more to it. It's could have been an email, I think. You know what I think they could have did for the command bunker? Give it like a deflector shield at the top so you can't just orbital precision strike it. I don't know, make it more defend. Where's our stim pistol iron sights, Aaron? Gundam boy. CO1 perm got more strict since the first game. Liberty Day, we get a flintlock pistol. Yeah. We all get Liberator Concussive for Liberty Day, but you can't modify it. Would be a terrible thing to get for Liberty Day? What else would be a terrible thing to get? That would be a terrible thing to get. That if that'd be pretty bad. Cursed fetus. I think this cat was assured the community that Airhead is working. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's all it's really saying, right? This video just says they're working on it. Let's see, Liberty Day, we'll get a Stim Liberator variant. They add suppressors to all the guns. Still don't work. Suppressors work. It's just it's not like the movie kind of suppressors where you can shoot a guy in the head and nobody notices. The bullet still makes a sound, and the fact that the enemies are like their AI is chained together to respond to like say like a patrol. If you shoot anybody in a patrol, they're gonna know. They're gonna immediately know and attack you. Because I mean, realistically, they're like, "Hey, where'd Bob go?" And they look and they see his dead corpse. They're gonna be like, "Ah, he's dead!" Ah. They have same detection range as any other gun in their class. I mean, I think it really is just the bullet that they're hearing. I could probably do a little video on it. I'd have to show you. I like the clarification that Warbonds are about roleplay fantasy more than power fantasy. Yeah. Well, because Helldivers isn't like a stealth game. It's not like Assassin's Creed where I could sit on a chair, right? Or hide in a bush. The automaton's still like automaton bugs, whatever it is. They all will kind of like guess where you are with pretty good accuracy. So if I hide in a bush after shooting someone, they're going to walk up to the same bush that I'm in and be like, "Here!" Especially with subsonic, can be pretty quiet. I don't know, man. I've heard suppressed guns fire. They're still loud. It's like it's someone's squeezing air out of a can. I mean, not loud enough to know that like what direction it's coming from, but definitely loud enough to know that it's still going. Thermovision. The automaton looking down at the bush because he can see with his like heat vision. He ignores you though because you have a hell bomb and you're like getting ready to hit the button. He's just like, nah, I'm good. Wish the final detection was entirely visual rather than audio. No, you'd be surprised how much more you get detected based off of your audio. Like even though you're running behind a rock, they could hear you running behind that rock. That's why they're gonna attack you. That's why the feet first passive is really good for like fast paced kind of stealthing, because you can constantly hit positions over and over again, and they can't track you audio-wise. If you're in the open, you're screwed, because they can see you, but... The suppressor serves to reduce the noise, muzzle flash, and recoil generated when the gun is fired. Yeah. I was still dreaming they tank shot at them, just HT1. Honestly, I'll probably have to play Helldivers 1 with a couple of people because I want to mess with the tank. I want a tank. It's like Batman scene where the thug closes the door. I might need to make a little Blender animated joke about that. If only I had picked up Blender sooner when I was working on the Hellbomb video.
We do that.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. No, I mean, that's it. That's his video. That's his video. I want a way to specialize for vehicles like repair. Don't even get me started. I want a mech supply resupply backpack, even if it's just a reskin of the supply backpack. If it can fix the mech and reload it. Oh! Arrowhead. Let's suck him for it. Suck him for it. I need mech resupply now. Get boy needs it. Crawl over to them. I'm gonna fly all the way to Sweden and like a cryptid stand in like the dark staring at the guy who worked on the mechs. Whoever developed the mechs, I'm just gonna be standing there out there like they're gonna go home, close the door. Hey, it's the Gundam boy. Gundam boy. Which scout passive was more viable? That's alright. I like the ODSC armor for slipping away. Oh yeah. Rad. If you use just like a smoke grenade or the Eagle smoke strike, that can help you get away pretty quickly. With the visual part, at least. I'm a dedicated mech pilot, and I've been thinking about how they would do mech resupply. I think it'd be fair to have a full repair / resupply in the form of another stratagem that you can call down. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Like a full backpack, like a resupply backpack. Make it like one giant resupply box that you have to put it in. Hi, Steve. I think the scout passive's great, but it's only like a light armor and the medium armor. And the medium armor, I don't know. It's hard to I can't stylize it with anything, you know? Nothing to match it. To wear just the base armor. Slightly more disposable, but I wouldn't mind some 2 engineer wrench. That's what they bring instead for repairing and reloading the mech, just a wrench. Let's see. Yes, I did notice the shotgun on that board. Right there. You can see it right here. They have the shotgun. Hey, hold on, my head's in the way. Let me down a little bit. But like they have the break action shotgun there. We don't have that. That's not actually accessible. Let me see. What else do they have? It really is rad. It really is a unique armor set for sneaking away. Scout armor passive. Feet first armor passive. Oh, Irvin. I got some feet. I got some scouts. Irvin the diver. Irvin the ghost diver. Mission to put Gundam Boy as head of balance team for a better. You do not want me having access to helping making weapons. I'll make the dumbest shit possible. I would make a beam rifle, Gundam style beam, not the plasma that we got from Purifier. Feels like I'm hucking a loogie at enemies. It explodes on them. I want a beam rifle like Gundam. Just like imagine like a heavy pen or like a high level 5 penetration going right through the enemy, breaking armor. Oh, that'd be so good. Feet first plus scout passive, feet scanner. I know this is my hoodie, my hoodie. Can we have a butter knife secondary? We have the butter knife. It's a throwable. That'd be a good April 1st video, right? Geez, mega particle beams. Would it be that powerful? I was thinking as like a support weapon. You guys know they're back in like the 8MS mobile suit team. They have the gym sniper, the first gym sniper ground type. It has a giant backpack and a giant beam rifle that it has to be hooked up to. And then, Yeah, you can have it like fire while you're sitting in a position, shoots this giant sweeping laser beam, then it has to cool down. That'd be a really cool support weapon. Helldivers should have a bestiary. There's a lot of things the game should have. Like durable damage. Nobody knows what the fuck that means, right? Nobody knows the durable damage. So you think your gun's doing that amount of damage, but when you're shooting a heavier target like a Brood Commander, you really don't know. Is that the one on the Zaku? No, it's on a gym. Beam Magnum from Unicorn? You would kill everybody on accident. You'd probably kill yourself if you fired that. You know how crazy the Beam Magnum is? The Beam Magnum was so powerful that if it just passed by people, it would annihilate them. They didn't even have to hit them directly with the beam. It was just so much condensed energy. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about? It's like MS. Yeah, here, let me show you. This is the kind of beam weapons I want.
Shut down.
Where is it? Oh yeah, war crime. Yeah. Now you could say laser cannon, but it would be cooler laser cannon. Right? Just like, look at that. It penetrates right through. Oh, that's what I want. I don't want a goddamn microwaving laser gun. I want beams. I need plasma. Yeah. Why would they build such a big thing on little dinky legs? That's a scythe? No, the scythe is a hot laser pointer. That's mech warrior beams. That's like a laser weapon. You know what I mean? That's plasma. You're thinking mech warrior lasers. All the weapons in the Laz family, that's mech warrior style of lasers. I don't want that. I want beams! Beams! Yes! None of this Weenie Hut Junior site. Hey, okay, see, the mech, our Emancipator and Patriot have chicken legs, but at least they're fit to their size. Orbital Laser would also fall into the Laz weapon category, I'm pretty sure. That's also a laser. If I took a laser pointer and shined it in your eye, that's the kind of thing. I'm looking for like a hot ball of plasma going through your skull. The Quasar charged with 3-second laser cannon projectile heatsink just fried immediately. Yeah. But then the boy beams are unrealistic. So are giant flying blind dragons that are more accurate than an alien fighter jet. I hope you know the Dragon Roach is more likely than ever, 100% more time likely to hit you than a fucking fighter jet squeagle. Upgrade backpacks at your beam cannon by giving extra damage. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, yeah. You know why the beam magnum wouldn't be allowed in our Helldivers? Let's see it. Beam magnum, yeah. Yeah, no, we just couldn't have that. It's still going. It's not even impeded. It just phased right through. This guy is lucky he didn't die there for plot reasons. No, we don't need to see the rookie cop hunting down people. So you're both putting a new shot and a new battery at each railgun reload? Hot shot Laz? Orbital, let's see. It just, yeah, it goes right through an asteroid. The beam magnum is really powerful. People don't understand it. Beam magnum. What other scenes do we have with the beam magnum firing? Is it just like the sound effect? Okay, here. Look at this one.
I would recommend shooting.
Okay.
My fucking gun goes.
Okay, here it is. He's angry. He's like, I got my thing. Bang. They rip apart the whole space colony. All right, there, same scene again with the asteroid. Yep. He reloads. Nice. That's so dumb. Was that Thick Flay? Was that what I just saw? Who was that? Where's other beam magnum scenes? Oh yeah, and then Shamblo. Also, can I just say the grunt battles are way cooler than like the main protagonist fights? Like, I love watching these, but for the sake of like what I wanted to show you guys right here, This guy takes it because the main pilot's being too much of a pussy, so... Here, watch. The Delta Plus fires. Boom! Boom! Right through him! I want to do that to a Devastator! Ah! Just, you know, destroy that clanker. How about something like StarCraft Yamato Cannon? But I guess it comes close. Literally, the Unicorn series of mobile suits are the only ones that can use the beam. Yeah, because the fucking gun's recoil destroys their arm. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. We just gotta enjoy this, just for the glory of grunt battles. I love grunt mech suit fights. No, the Nemo! Yeah, I want plasma like that. They had an update where you can choose a type of armor, also passive choosing. Oh yeah, you mean having transmog system? I think they said they'd never do a transmog stuff. Yeah, no, the Delta Plus, I think in that scene when he fires it, he actually breaks his hand firing it. Or it like sparks up or something, right? You really can't have it. Pilot of Unicorn Bond ends up creating a custom mobile suit that... Yeah. No, I saw it. It's just literally 2 arms. It's just 2 arms. Hi, Typhurious. That's good. What's my opinion on gambling? If it's not on the Blockies kind of Transformer boxes, I don't open them. I don't gamble. I also think they should change the name of the plasma gun. Like, at least the Purifier sounds like a wet boot, like a wet, what is it, like a big slap of steak. Let's see it. Plasma Purifier. Because this is the closest I'll ever get to a plasma weapon, right? Like a Gundam beam gun or whatever. Hey guys, look, this loser's streaming. Get a load of this dumbass. I can definitely say though the Plasma Purifier sounds like a slap in a wet blob. Electromagnetic pulse from the gun that essentially mag dump an entire clip of standard beam, and that'd be pretty cool. I still get a load of this guy. Oh, Gundam boy. He should have been called the Zaku boy. What happens if I click on my own stream? Get a load of this guy. Man, he's being a bully. This guy's a jackass. Shouldn't watch that guy. Yeah, I mean, the Beam Magnum's nuts. Beam Magnum is a crazy weapon. Oh no, Nogla's ending his channel. Sonic Generations Initial D. What is my YouTube right now? That's a pretty fucking crazy RC plane. What? Yeah, I big rant on the state of Helldivers development. I don't even need to think. I don't even think I need to watch that. I think we already know a lot of the stuff we want changed, right? Thanks for the tip. Ain't gonna watch them anymore. What is Sick Fully talking about right now?
Literally, dude, just being positive. -3. I won't. One less Cry Diver. +11. Oh, you guys can't see.
Huh?
Bro, what is this fucking community? I'm sorry.
5 from Eagle
What is he
wants
talking about?
bath water. All we need is more fog daddy thick.
You know, I don't think it's a live reaction Airhead video anymore. No, it's really not.
Fog fixes everything, my king.
Oh, he's on Reddit. Never mind. We already know what that's like. But yeah. You guys got me distracted. I started yapping. That's it. That's it. I guess we'll end it here. This is a pretty banger FNF song.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, bye guys.